What is rheumatoid arthritis really like? Let's find out. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sylvia and I'm a big city mom. I live, work and raise my family in New York City, and whenever I have some free time, like right now where my son is sleeping next door,
Say hi.
I blog and vlog about health through diet, lifestyle and nutrition. Years ago I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and it took me many trials and errors to figure out how I can really put this nasty condition into remission. A few months ago I was able to accomplish just that through diet, lifestyle and nutrition. So if you are on this journey yourself, you should definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's begin. There's no other way to put it. Getting rheumatoid arthritis diagnosis sucks. You are basically told that your own immune system attacks its own tissue, and in my case it was the joint tissue. There's no cure for it, and the medication will only manage the symptoms and will have side effects. In case of methotrexate, one of the available treatment, it will reduce your lifespan by about 17 years. And it will have damaging effects on your liver. There is also some steroid treatments and hydroxychloroquine that you can take for rheumatoid arthritis. Personally, I refused to take any of this, and I decided to find my own answers to rheumatoid arthritis. So it took me many years, many trials, many errors. Some of the things I've done, they were really stupid in hindsight. But finally, a few months ago, I was able to address this all successfully just with the diet. So today, I want to walk you through what the rheumatoid arthritis is like, how it started, and how I got to today. My first rheumatic pain started in my late 20s. However, at that time, I didn't know that this was actually rheumatoid arthritis. It started as this strange pain in my shoulder that would kind of paralyze my movement, but that would only go on for a couple of days, and then it would go away on its own, and then I wouldn't have problems for 8-10 months, and then it would come back again, and I really didn't know what it was. It was this strange paralyzing pain. I didn't hit my arm, I didn't do anything. And I wouldn't be able to move my arm or to lift something or even to get dressed would be really difficult. And again, it would go away on its own. I didn't know what it was, but I was happy when it was gone. And then only a couple of years later, when I got the diagnosis, when I got the blood work, and it was saying that I have antibodies indicating rheumatoid arthritis, I put two and two together that this was the beginning of my rheumatoid arthritis. So then the disease started progressing. I would have consistent pain in my arms, in my elbows, in my wrists. Then it went into my fingers, and that went on for a couple of years. Typically, the summers would be easier and the winter months would be more severe when it comes to pain. And then something strange started happening. I started feeling pain between my ribs. And when that pain in the ribs came, I started also getting a severe mental fatigue to the point that I just had a hard time getting through the day. There were times that usually on the weekend I would just break down and spend the day on the couch just feeling miserable and sorry for myself. Then gradually, and I think I triggered that, the pain moved to my feet, and that was even more painful because I had to walk, and daily activities became just really, really painful. So with time, I just learned to deal with pain and just not pay attention to it, but the pain was there nonetheless. And sometimes I would get the bonus pain, so I would have pains consistently in my feet, in the joints of my toes, typically in my shoulders and in my wrists, but then I would get some extra pains that would be really severe for a couple of days in my knees, in my hip, and sometimes even in my jaw, like I wouldn't be able to open my mouth. That's how painful it was. All right, let me try to describe the pain of rheumatoid arthritis. It feels almost like somebody cut your joints open and then just put something hot near it, like try to warm it up, or like you are walking on a broken and hot glass at the same time. This is pretty much what rheumatoid arthritis feels like. And to be honest, if I had to choose between giving birth, which I did without any medication, or dealing with rheumatoid arthritis pain, I'll go for the birth. I also found studies where participants were given baking soda for 14 days, and at the end of the studies it was demonstrated that the number of antibodies was significantly reduced and the participants had improvement in overall symptoms. So of course I was going to try it. I believe I was taking 5 milligrams with water, and I did it religiously for 14 days. And at the end of this experiment, I was so sick of baking soda, just thinking about it, I was ready to throw up. I just could not bring myself to take another teaspoon of baking soda. And so that's how this experiment ended, and ultimately didn't resolve my rheumatoid arthritis. I also did plasma-rich platelet injections. So at some point my rheumatoid arthritis was only in my arms, elbows and wrists and fingers. But it was really bad. I didn't have it elsewhere in my body, but what I had in my shoulders, it was really, really bad. It was to the point that I literally that exercise was impossible. I was just basically frozen in that kind of position. It was ridiculous when I had to dress and undress myself. I was twisting myself literally into the pretzel to put my bra on. So when I got this treatment, like within few hours, I regained the mobility. And then within 24 hours, the pain went away. And that went on for a couple of weeks. However, the rheumatoid arthritis came back. So of course, I went back for more PRP and the same results I got for a couple of weeks. I was completely free of rheumatoid arthritis. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll do a few treatments and it will finally go away. That didn't happen. Even though I got improvements in my shoulders, in my arms, but then rheumatoid arthritis started traveling elsewhere in the body. And this is how I think I got it to go to my feet. Because up until I did the PRP treatment, I didn't have rheumatoid arthritis in my feet, in my knees, or in my hips. After I started doing PRP on a regular basis, even though I was able to bring relief to my shoulders and arms, I got it elsewhere as well. I also tried green juice cleanses, detoxes, or fasting, whatever it is called these days. So it would be breakfast, lunch, dinner, green juice. Typically it would be kale, celery, cucumber, green apple, fresh ginger, and fresh turmeric. 7 days straight, religiously. I did it a few times. Did absolutely nothing to my joints. In fact, my joints were feeling a little bit more painful when I was drinking that much of green juices. Maybe it were the lectins, maybe it was the oxalates, I don't really know, but that treatment did nothing for me. I went on the vegetarian and later on the vegan diet, and that didn't work out for me either. I must have done vegetarian diet for about 5 years, and the disease continued to progress. And then I tried the vegan diet, and I only lasted about 6 months. And not because there was no willpower, my body literally broke down. Right away I started having sleep problems, mood problems, I had skin issues, I had problems with my weight, and then my teeth, it was one cavity after another. My body just broke down really quickly when I went on the vegan diet. And now from the perspective of time, I think it was due to being vegetarian already for 5 years. My body already got depleted. And when I further removed proteins from my diet, it just got worse and really bad really quickly. And while I was experimenting with all these different treatments and protocols, I was always taking some type of an anti-inflammatory supplement that would typically have turmeric or ginger, turmeric and black pepper in it, and also vitamin D3. Now, none of it would be a solution to my problems, and some days would be so bad that I would have to resort to ibuprofen anyway. And then, now it's going to be a year ago, I discovered paleomedicina. And then things began to change when I started approaching my autoimmunity from the point of view of gut permeability and had the diet that addressed my gut permeability. And that was the turning point. I have a whole bunch of videos about that. I will link them down below, but be sure to check out my channel. Before you go, please like, share with anybody that wants to reverse the rheumatoid arthritis. Subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.